edition of the Cool Soror Podcast. Today we have amazing, cool people joining the show. Here at the Celebration Bowl, where Florida Agricultural Mechanical University takes on the Bison of Howard University. It's the Black National Football Championship. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's right, College Football Championship here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, Edgerrin James, Hall of Famer, joins us. And Laila Pruitt, she's a star of BMF. She plays Nicole. They both have connections to Howard. We'll find out why, and who, and what, and where, coming up next on the Cool Soror Podcast. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, guys. We are here at the Celebration Bowl where Florida Agricultural Mechanical University taking on Howard University, the Bison. And I am Rashan Ali. Welcome to a Cool People edition of the Cool Soror Podcast, live from the Celebration Bowl. How y'all feeling out there? Boom, 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 boom. Today I am joined by a legend. He is a legend, guys. He's a Hall of Famer, but most importantly, he's a father. And today we are talking to Hall of Famer Edgerin James. Can y'all give it up for him, please?
Hey, what's up? What's happening?
What up, EJ? How you doing?
I'm good.
I mean, the intro, you're a humble guy. Does it ever get, do you still feel some kind of way when people oh, he's a Hall of Famer, he did all these things? What does it feel like when people intro you like that?
That goes with the territory. It's one of those things where you earned it, but, it's one of those things that you work for and you appreciate the people that they acknowledge at that time.
Yeah. I mean, what was it like on that day? What was it like the day you got the call that you were going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame?
Well, it's a process. When you go through that process year in, year out, you never really know. But then once you finally get the call, it really hits you, and then everything just starts moving fast because now you reach the pinnacle of being a football player.
Absolutely. The fraternity that everybody wants to be in. But not everybody can get in.
Forever immortal.
Forever immortal. Yeah. That's great. So a lot of people are like, okay, Rashan, why are you interviewing Edgerrin James, Howard, FAMU, he went to Miami, he did all these things. Why is he here today? So tell the people what your affiliation with Howard University is. I'll let you tell the people.
Well, first of all, I'm from Florida, so FAMU is our school.
Exactly.
It's our school, but my son chose to go to Howard, and he's a Bison.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure we come out here and represent,
right.
So it's like win-win for me.
Yeah.
But, I'm pulling for my son. We don't go against family.
You never go against family. So he plays on the Howard University football team. Yeah. Tell us about his journey in the football life. And literally, sometimes when our children kind of follow in our footsteps, you want them to be like, oh, I want them to be like me, or I want them to be whatever your version of who you are is. How were you able to navigate his path he can be who he is in this space?
Football is what we do, and then he naturally gravitated to it. And, when you start playing and your father was somebody that played at a high level, then you get all those expectations. So that's the thing that you really don't want them to have to live up to. You want them just to enjoy the game. And he found his niche, he found his lane, and he was able to make a name for himself. And
right.
That's the beauty of it, because the comparison, is always going to be there, and which there's pros and cons to it. Because I can help him, in that space because we play the same position, but he still has to be his own person. So
yeah.
I'm trying to make him better than me.
Right. Does he call you after every game?
And we talk. We got a nice little system. We kind of straightforward with, hey, you got to do this better. It's always about improving because you're not there yet. So it's always improving. So we're always talking about ways to make him better.
How does he receive it?
He has to receive it, because it's real. It's real information. It's not somebody that's nitpicking. It's somebody that's here to tell you what it's going to take to get to the next level.
Yeah. So, Edgerrin, what have you been doing since you retired and since you have laced up your bootstraps to do other things? What's your daily life like now?
Outside.
You outside? Because we were outside last night, guys. We had a great time at all the parties.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Outside.
Was I supposed to say that out loud?
Nah, you're not supposed to tell what
no
we
worries.
What we
I didn't tell them the location.
Okay.
But we were outside.
Just we're outside. It's pretty vague.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna talk vague.
Vague?
Yeah,
but in real life, what keeps you going? Because a lot of times when people retire from the game, they don't know who they are outside of the game. How have you been able to maintain who you are as Edgerrin James?
Well, I always know who I was, so that's the main thing. You got to know who you are and know your strengths, know your weaknesses. And for myself, business, I'm always in the business. I'm always taking care of business, trying to make a move, trying to, make something happen. But everything evolves around the children. The children first, so you get a chance to watch them grow. And now I get a chance to be a fan because I got one son playing today here, and I got another son playing in Cincinnati today.
Wow.
So it's good. It's a good day for the James family. You got two of them up and at it on the collegiate level.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
So how do you split your time to make sure somebody don't feel like they getting like, hey, Daddy, you were down in Atlanta?
Nah, you gotta have omnipresence. You gotta be everywhere.
Okay.
So I'll be on the I'll be glued to the TV a little bit later.
Yeah.
Checking out the basketball.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good. Let's talk about the state of the NFL. What do you feel like, if you look at the game today compared to when you were in your prime, what do you think is better? And what do you think could be improved upon?
Well, the salaries are better. The salaries are better. I think everybody enjoys seeing the salaries go up and happy for the players. The things that probably could be improved is, the fouls or the hitting calls.
Right.
A lot of that, it dictates, the outcome. So defensive players, they got to tread lightly at times. So I think that's the thing that could be improved.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, Edgerrin, I'm just so thankful that you stopped by.
I'm glad
you made
you got
good
me
on
up.
your promise.
I did it, right?
That's right.
All right.
And your teeth look good and your skin look good,
I
baby. You know what I'm saying?
appreciate
Whatever
that.
you're doing, keep doing it.
I'm outside.
You outside. Let's show some love for Edgerin James, everybody.
Good.
We'll be right back with another superstar. Her name is Laila Pruitt. She's a current student at Howard University, and she stars in BMF. She's coming up next right here on the Cool Soror Podcast. And welcome back to the Cool Soror Podcast. Of course, it's our Cool People edition here at the Celebration Bowl where FAMU is taking on Howard University. Of course, everyone knows I'm a Rattler. I love being a Rattler. But I am joined by a current Howard student who I just so happen to have known like almost her entire life because her mom and I grew up together, and I've known her dad because when you're in DeKalb County, everybody at all the high schools, right? All the popular people at all the high schools. And he was popular at his high school. Whatever. It's fine. But I'm joined by superstar Laila Pruitt, who stars in BMF as Nicole. Y'all give it up for Laila Pruitt. Oh. Hey, Laila.
Hello, how are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I was so excited this morning. I woke up in my Howard University pajamas and I pulled back my Howard University sleeping mask and I got out of my Howard University bed sheets and I said, wow, today's gonna be a great day.
Oh my God. So you are literally, you're entrenched in the HBCU, HU life.
Oh, I bleed blue, 100%.
Really?
100%.
But you come from a Rattler mom.
I do, and she's right over there, and
Yes.
I love you down, I love you so much, and my whole family is FAMU.
Right.
And I was supposed to go there right up until my senior year, but then I went and I visited Howard, and I said,
Oh,
yeah, that one, yeah.
That's where you want to be. So did you know immediately, once you had that visit, there was no question at all?
The theater program, I just fell in love with the theater program.
Right.
I wanted to go to college to pursue theater because, all of the greats started off in theater pretty much.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, I want to deepen my acting skills, and the theater program at Howard I fell in love
you talk
with it.
about the greats. They fall in love. Theater is what. When I see a theater actress on any set that I'm on, I'm like,
yeah,
bow down to you, my thespian friend.
It's just such a deep understanding of the craft itself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's that, but then also with the theater program, you do everything. So you're gonna learn how to act, but you're also gonna learn how to do costumes and makeup and lights and sound. So you have a deeper respect for everything.
Right. So it's a holistic approach in the program. It's not just one thing.
So really, I'm a theater arts major with an acting concentration. So
wow. So what does that all entail? That entails everything.
Yes,
like
so
you just said.
I have my acting class, but I also had this last semester. I had my stage makeup class. Last year, I had a stage craft class.
Wow.
Where you can choose between costumes or building the sets or lighting and sound. I'll have that 2 more times, so I'll have the opportunity to do all of them.
Oh my God.
And then stage makeup. What else? Stage management, which was shout out to the stage managers because y'all
keep it together.
Y'all keep it together. They do everything. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And then you're in this program for the likes of who've come out of this program, the legends that have come out of this program, pardon me. From Chadwick Boseman, obviously Felicia Rashad. Is she still the dean? Or she
is.
Right.
She is. This is her last year, so we're just soaking it up with her. She was in our class. She just popped up in my acting class like the last 2 weeks of school and watched all our monologues. Everybody was like so nervous, but it was really nice. She gave great feedback.
She gave great, like, what is it like getting feedback from Felicia Rashad?
It's a surreal experience. She's not intense at all. She's very flowy. She's very flowy and graceful.
Yeah.
But she was awesome. She gave great feedback and it was nice.
That is fantastic. So let's get into, like, you've been doing this for so long, and I know I'm going to reference your mom because not only do I know her, but like we like actually are friends, and I love her very much. And like when you were starting off, she would call like, "Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?" And the next thing I know, you're in a gummy bear commercial. I mean, the gummies, and like I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Laila! She's doing her thing." Helgi didn't tell me, but like she ran with it. So can you talk about like how you're able to transition from, seemingly a child star?
Right.
So now being able to have like this real full foundational life.
Yeah.
And still do what you love.
So speaking of family, coming from the family that I come from, it was never a question of like, could you not do both or could you do both?
Right.
You can. If you work hard enough, you can do it all. So that was just the mindset that I sort of came from. And I'm really grateful for my parents because they always have supported me. My whole family is pretty much educators, which is amazing. And that's why I love and I'm so passionate about the education system, especially in America. But they never once were like, are you sure you don't want to have a backup plan? Are you sure you don't want to do something else? But they just dove into it head first with me, and I really appreciate them for that.
Yeah, it's great. And you can see it. Like, you can see it with the ones that got that good stuff behind them. Yeah. And no shade to anyone else, but you got that good stuff behind you. And I see so much for you, and I think your family does as well. When you were born, you were like, you know that kid. You were like, oh, there's something special about this one. I love everybody, but ooh. You was that ooh baby. No offense to your brother. You know what I'm saying? Because we all love our babies, but sometimes.
Who just graduated.
Yes. I love him. I just love your whole family. Anyway, so let's talk about when you landed the role, Nicole.
Yes.
For BMF. Yep. I mean, I remember like, because she's also one of my media students, you know what I mean? I prepared her for the press.
She did.
Although she was already good. I was like, Helgi, really? Are we doing this? She's already great. So anyway, tell us about landing that role and how that has changed your life.
So people on campus, I meet a lot of, it's up north, it's in DC, so I meet a lot of people from Detroit or from the DMV area who were, influenced or who just know the history behind BMF and the Flannery family. And it's really nice to hear, their compliments and their appreciation for seeing themselves and their city represented on screen.
Good. How do you get into that role of being Nicole, being able to channel who she was, where she was in that moment? Like, what's your process? Because I have a process, but I love to hear yours because I love that you are a theater student and all of these great things. So I know some things probably have changed as well too.
They definitely have. The education that I've gained over Howard has really enriched the way that I prepare for a role. Yeah. But I started with a lot of research about the family. Anything that I could find. There wasn't really that much, especially in terms of like videos and pictures of them. Right. But I did a lot of research about it. I worked on the Detroit accent. That sort of accent. Yeah. I listened to a lot of like rap from the 80s to like get myself in that feel, and then I just work on, you know, the objectives and the character bone structure of who Nicole is.
Wow.
I got the opportunity to speak with the real Nicole, and we follow each other on Instagram. Hey,
I love it.
But yeah, I get to speak with her about any questions I might have, and of course Lil Meech, he's my co-star, so I can talk with him about whatever, and it's really great. I was given a lot of great resources for this role.
That is so fantastic. How do you balance it all? Like, because we follow each other on Instagram. I'm like, she's living a full, like, collegiate life and still being able to, well, thankfully and kind of unfortunately, when we had the strike, you were able to really just be where you are.
I was in such a great spot during the strike, and I was really grateful for that, because I know my fellow actors and actresses, you know, it was really hard during that time. But I got to just be sort of a student for that time, and it was really nice.
Yeah.
But in terms of balancing, sometimes it is really that don't eat, don't sleep. It's shooting week. So you have, you know, the flying back and forth and things like that. I really just try to focus on my health, physically and mentally. And then as long as I'm communicative with my professors and the producers and everyone on set, they help me out with it.
So what's next for you? I literally hate that question because I don't like when people ask me. I'm like, tomorrow's next. But I know that you have aspirations directing and producing, and you're probably already writing your own thing. What can you tell us that we should look forward to?
Well, with me breaking into the theater world of it all at Howard, I'm attempting to write my first play this winter break. So hopefully I can get that done. And then just auditioning for plays at Howard, continuing to audition outside of Howard in the film industry and seeing what comes my way. I'm also really inspired by Howard because of the volunteer work that's emphasized there. And so I've been able to be a part of a volunteer club at Howard and a couple other things. So I'm excited about that.
That's great. You are simply a fantastic young woman.
Thank you so much.
And I mean, your ancestors' wildest dreams, you walk into all of it, and you're a beautiful person, Laila.
Thank you so
much. And I
much.
just wish the best for you. Like, whatever God has for you, it's going to be phenomenal. You have the foundation with your family, and I'm just happy to play a small role in who you become as a young woman. And I just keep being a light. You never know who you're inspiring, because you're inspiring me at 48 years old. So keep doing your thing, baby.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And right back at you as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we show some love to this amazing superstar?
Thank you.
Laila Pruitt, everybody. And make sure y'all watch BMF. When y'all going back?
March 1st.
Yes.
Season 3.
Come
March
on, baby.
1st.
You better get them checks, baby. Get them checks. Because I know mine are coming, honey. Yes, amen.
Amen.
My baby, Laila Pruitt. One more time, guys. And we're wrapping it up for another edition of the Cool Soror Podcast, featuring cool people today at the Celebration Bowl.